In the world of steel giants and billion-dollar job sites, there's a silent war raging. On one side, the American powerhouse Caterpillar. On the other, a relentless force from Japan, Komatsu. This isn't just about excavators and bulldozers. It's about national pride, market dominance, and a decades-long industrial rivalry that's reshaped the global construction industry. These two companies don't just build machines. They build empires. But how did a post-war Japanese company rise from the rubble to challenge the biggest name in heavy machinery? What strategies turned Komatsu into CAT's fiercest competitor? And who's winning today? Stick around as we uncover the origins, the battles, and the high-stake future of the Komatsu versus Caterpillar rivalry. You're watching Hard Hat Industries. Let's dig in. Komatsu's story starts in 1917 when it was established as a subsidiary of Takeuchi Mining Company in Japan to manufacture mining equipment. It became an independent company in 1921, focusing on servicing local needs. But everything changed after World War II. Japan was in ruins. The economy was wrecked. But Komatsu, like many other Japanese manufacturers, saw a path forward through industrial rebirth. The company leaned into post-war reconstruction, especially after the U.S. occupation ended in 1952, producing everything from bulldozers to forklifts. But it wasn't just about rebuilding Japan. Komatsu had its eyes set on the world. In the 1950s, Komatsu began experimenting with diesel engines, hydraulic systems, and machine design philosophies aimed at long-term durability. Unlike many smaller competitors, Komatsu reinvested heavily in R&D, laying the groundwork for its global ambitions. Across the Pacific, Caterpillar had already cemented its reputation. Founded in 1925 through the merger of Holt Manufacturing and CL Best Tractor Company, which had collaborated closely since the early 1900s, CAT was synonymous with construction power. From helping build the Hoover Dam to supplying equipment during World War II, Caterpillar had decades of brand strength, innovation, and global presence. During the post-war boom, Caterpillar became a symbol of American industrial might. Its bright yellow machines dotted landscapes across Europe, the Middle East, and Africa, thanks in part to the U.S. Marshall Plan
to assist in the return of normal economic health.
Various infrastructure efforts funded by American aid. By the 1950s and 60s, CAT was the undisputed leader in heavy equipment. Most companies would shy away from trying to compete with that, but not Komatsu. Have you ever used equipment from both manufacturers? What differences did you notice? In the 1960s, Caterpillar pioneered what some in the industry now refer to as the Iron Triangle, an unmatched combination of superior product engineering, world-class manufacturing, and an extraordinary dealer network. This wasn't just about selling machines. It was about creating lifelong relationships with customers. CAT dealers weren't mere salespeople. They were problem solvers embedded in local communities. From the oil fields of Texas to the mines of Australia, Caterpillar's iconic yellow machines came with a promise. Break down almost anywhere in the world and parts would be delivered rapidly, often within 24 hours. In an industry where downtime costs thousands per hour, this service guarantee built unshakable loyalty. The company's manufacturing prowess was equally impressive. CAT's Peoria plant became legendary for its vertical integration, controlling everything from raw steel to the finished product. At its peak, Caterpillar's Illinois facilities, including Peoria, employed thousands of workers and produced machines that boasted exceptional durability. In the 1960s, Komatsu made a bold move. It began targeting overseas markets, particularly those where Caterpillar dominated. The company launched a sweeping internal initiative focused on quality, cost control, and global competitiveness. Komatsu engineers famously disassembled Caterpillar machines piece by piece to understand and improve upon them. This was reverse engineering, a standard competitive tactic in post-war Japan. Komatsu then began producing comparable machines at lower prices, often with improved features and reliability. Komatsu also focused on after-sales service, a core part of CAT's dominance. By establishing training centers and certified repair networks in target countries, Komatsu weakened one of CAT's strongest moats. Its strategy wasn't just to compete on price, but to match or exceed CAT's quality while offering better value. A classic challenger's approach that would define the company for decades. Have you experienced either company's service network? Did they deliver on their promises? By the 1970s, Komatsu was exporting to Australia, Southeast Asia, and eventually North America. It branded itself as the #1 manufacturer of construction equipment in Japan, and soon began challenging CAT directly in overseas markets. Komatsu was patient and disciplined. It built local factories, established service networks, and learned the nuances of each region it entered. The company's methodical international expansion was backed by increasingly sophisticated machines. Komatsu's hydraulic excavators gained reputations for fuel efficiency and precision control, attributes that appealed to operators facing rising fuel costs and tighter project tolerances. But perhaps most genius was Caterpillar's used equipment strategy. The company designed its machines to be rebuilt, not replaced. The CAT Certified Rebuild program allowed machines to be disassembled down to the frame, restored with new components, and returned to service with like-new warranties. This not only created multiple revenue streams for a single machine, but established CAT as an investment rather than an expense. This approach created extraordinary resale values. A CAT machine might command 60 to 70% of its original price after 5 years of heavy use, compared to competitors' 40 to 50%. For contractors managing balance sheets, this total cost of ownership advantage was decisive. By the 1970s, Caterpillar had expanded its product line into over 300 machines, from tiny skid steers to mining trucks with tires taller than houses. Its D9 bulldozer became so iconic in large-scale earth moving that many in the industry used it as a benchmark for similar machines. CAT responded to Komatsu's encroachment by tightening its operations and defending market share through aggressive dealer incentives and marketing campaigns emphasizing its American heritage and reliability. Does brand loyalty still matter in today's equipment market? Or is it all about specs and price? As the 1990s and 2000s rolled in, the fight shifted from brute strength to brains. Komatsu invested heavily in automation and remote-controlled equipment. It was the first to launch GPS-guided dozers and autonomous haul trucks, particularly for mining operations. In 2005, Komatsu began testing its Autonomous Haulage System, or AHS, with commercial deployment starting in 2008 at a mine in Chile. Its focus on efficiency, safety, and data-driven performance gave it an edge in operations where downtime cost millions. Komatsu also began promoting its Smart Construction initiative, integrating drones and 3D modeling into job sites to increase efficiency. Its Galileo series introduced telematics and environmental monitoring early on, positioning Komatsu as a technology leader rather than just a machine manufacturer. Caterpillar, not to be outdone, launched its own tech initiatives, including autonomous fleets and digital fleet management systems. CAT's Vision Link and Product Link systems became essential tools for large-scale contractors looking to reduce operation costs and maximize machine utilization. With its larger research budget and extensive testing facilities, CAT pushed the boundaries of what heavy machinery could accomplish. Its autonomous mining trucks became fixtures at operations in Australia and South America, while its connectivity solutions allowed fleet managers to monitor a machine's health from thousands of miles away. While Komatsu often moved faster with new tech releases, CAT's implementations typically offered greater integration with existing systems, a critical factor for large operations with mixed fleets and complex workflows. Is automation improving safety and productivity on your job sites, or creating new challenges? Today, Komatsu is developing electric and hybrid technologies while partnering with energy firms to develop charging infrastructures. In 2021, it unveiled its concept electric mini excavator and aims to commercialize battery-powered models for urban environments. Komatsu has set aggressive carbon reduction targets, aiming to cut CO2 emissions from product use and manufacturing by 50% by 2030, compared to 2010 levels. Its green innovation platform focuses on hydrogen fuel cells for larger equipment and battery electric systems for smaller machines used in noise-sensitive urban environments. Caterpillar is testing hydrogen-powered engines and battery electric prototypes. Its early trials with underground electric loaders are designed to meet ESG mandates and improve operator safety in confined spaces where diesel emissions pose health risks. CAT's approach to sustainability includes an emphasis on retrofit solutions, technologies that can make existing diesel machines more efficient while the industry transitions to zero-emission alternatives. This strategy acknowledges the reality that most construction and mining equipment has decades-long service lives. Both companies now face challengers from China, with companies like Sony, XCMG, and Zoomlion producing low-cost machines at scale. While these firms lack the support networks of CAT or Komatsu, their market share is rising, particularly in developing markets. Would you pay more for zero-emission construction equipment? Why or why not? Market share numbers bounce back and forth depending on region and sector. In mining, Komatsu has gained serious ground, particularly in surface mining haul trucks. In general construction, Caterpillar still leads globally, but the margins are narrowing. According to recent data from KHL's Yellow Table, Caterpillar remains the world's largest construction equipment manufacturer with $37.7 billion in revenue, followed closely by Komatsu at $22.9 billion. Komatsu holds a strong lead in markets like Japan and China, while Caterpillar maintains a significant presence in regions like India. Looking ahead, both companies are racing toward automation, AI, and sustainability. Komatsu bets on connected ecosystems with its smart construction retrofits. Caterpillar explores modular power units and AI-based planning, with research into self-diagnosing components that could predict failures before they occur. With global infrastructure demand expected to skyrocket, driven by climate resilience, urbanization, and digital infrastructure, the need for smarter, cleaner, and more integrated machines has never been greater. We may be entering an era where the winner isn't the one with the best machine, but the one with the best platform. What started as a quiet competition has become one of the most fascinating rivalries in modern industry. Komatsu versus Caterpillar isn't just about equipment. It's about who will shape the future of the world we build. Let us know in the comments, which side are you on? Komatsu or CAT? And what do you think the job site of the 2040s looks like? You've been watching Hard Hat Industries. For more on the machines, the mega projects, and the minds shaping our world, don't forget to subscribe.